I feel like I'm uniquely able to help you out with this as someone who's activated for over 5 years as an Amazon Flex driver, and I've done this in different marketplaces as well. I've done it here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I've done it in San Diego, California. And in this video, there are 7 things I really wish I knew before driving for Amazon Flex. Number 1, I hope you're punctual because obviously you better arrive on time. And if you're an early bird, you can check in up to 15 minutes early for a warehouse shift. We're not talking about the Whole Foods grocery runs, okay? The standard warehouse shifts. You can check in 15 minutes early, but if you're 5 minutes late after your shift starts, it's gone. As in you're late, it's gone. You forfeited your shift. They're not going to give you a route. Don't even bother. And it is removed from your Flex app. Number 2, since you're going to be doing a minimum of 3 hours on these shifts, there's 3.5-hour signups. There's 4-hour routes as well, packages, envelopes, and the like. I feel like after doing most every single major gig app, Amazon Flex seems to drain your battery the most. So either have a really good phone with a good battery life or get an external battery phone charger, I should say, of some kind. Check our Amazon storefront. It's linked down below for the best accessories. You can look for that and more to better your side hustles. Number 3, I feel like you just need to trust the app navigation. And I feel like you don't really want to trust it. You're like, well, I know my marketplace best. Listen, it's the same navigation that their standard drivers are going to use. It's going to plan the routes for you. And here's the thing, you are an independent contractor. And if you like, you can deliver those packages and stuff in any order that you like. But it's routed to always keep you facing forward with your vehicle, avoiding U-turns and just weird turns. And there has been a handful of times where I thought, I'm not going to go this way. I'm going to go that way. And I've got turned around or I've hit a dead end road and it just didn't work as seamlessly as their navigation. Now, of course, it's not perfect, but I certainly wouldn't wing it. So if you have a strategy, you can try it. But otherwise, yes, trust the app. Number 4, listen to this one. So comment down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the workload and, management's work style? How do you think it is to work for Amazon? Is it easy? Is it laid back? Is it chill? Or is it by the books, time crunched, and a tough place to work? Listen, I've seen some videos. Maybe you've seen some videos of those people that do work in the warehouses. And if you do work in the warehouse, thank you, because I've seen the day in the lives. But for the Amazon Flex, you, the independent contractor workers, it's kind of the same vibe in that they don't mess at the warehouse. So you have to have a safety vest. If you don't have a vest and you get out of your vehicle, they're going to say, why don't you have a vest? Where's your vest? Do you need a vest? And obviously, this is just from my experience, but I have heard from viewers or team members here that it can be pretty tough for the warehouse. You need to know where to go. And yes, it's laid out pretty easily. It says entrance. It says enter here, presents ID to the check-in person, and then they're going to direct you. But I've seen the warehouse workers literally yell at drivers for not following instructions. I've seen it. Now, obviously, you'll get the hang of it after 2 shifts, right? You'll know exactly how the process goes. Just pay attention. Look at the driver in front of you. See what you need to do. Follow instructions. Don't waste time scanning the packages, putting them in your vehicle. That's at least from what I've seen. Number 5, and this is actually a good thing. It's anecdotal, but comment down below. We can kind of compare and contrast here with your experience. But both places, San Diego and here in Pittsburgh, when I've done shifts, I learned that I will usually finish early. And the good thing about that is you get that guaranteed hourly pay because that's how Flex does it. You sign up for, again, 3.5 hour, 4-hour shift, and then there's guaranteed hourly pay. So you get that, even if you finish early. So in that sense, think about this. If you want a predictable gig, one where you really can set it and forget it, you're locked in, you can just chill and work for 3-4 hours, and you don't have to worry about picking and choosing rides or orders on food delivery, let's say, or just shops on Instacart and Shipt. It's set for you. You get your route and you are good to go for 3 or 4 hours, but the thing is, you don't know where the route's going to be in your marketplace. Literally, you don't know where you're going until you get to that warehouse and scan that QR code and that route is assigned to you. Number 6, from my experience and the workload involved, the time commitment, you have to go to the warehouse, obviously, to get the route. Go to the route location, deliver the route. Hopefully, we didn't even talk about this. Hopefully you don't have any non or undeliverable packages, because then you have to return it. You have to go back to that warehouse to return that thing. We're not even talking about that, assuming everything goes smoothly. But I found it is not worth it being a flex driver for, I'd say, under $22 an hour. And I say that because minimum shift, 3 hours. You're going to get 30, 35 packages. Now you could have 30, 35 packages in like 27, 8 stops, because, you know, one stop is an apartment and you're delivering, you know, multiple customer stuff there. You get it. But I would say like the absolute floor that I've done Amazon Flex is $18 an hour. And the Flex website says they'll contribute at least $15 an hour. I do not recommend. Don't do Flex. In my opinion, comment down below. It's not worth it for 15. I've done it for 18, but basically for content for you, we have an entire playlist on those shifts. But if you're really doing this, like not for YouTube videos, you're doing this to get the most out of it, it's a lot of work. So 22 an hour for that work, for all those stops. It's going to be more stops than rideshare or food delivery per hour. For all that involved, yeah, 22 an hour. And number 7, kind of playing off that, is I feel like it is, if not the most labor intensive, one of the most labor intensive apps, gigs, you know, in this gig economy. That is because, again, I sign up, but then I am locked in. You're committed for that 3.5, 4 hour shift. So you can't be as loose with it. I'm just going to drive an hour or 2 hours on food delivery. Now, if you do want to do that, you might want to look at the Whole Foods runs or the instant offers if you have that on Amazon Flex in your market. But if we're talking, again, traditional warehouse runs, I sign up. I got to drive there. I go through the check-in process. I wait at the warehouse with the other vehicles. They bring out the bins. I scan the stuff. I load it all into my vehicle. Then I'm off to my delivery route. And then again, it is 30, 35, 40, 45 plus stops, depending on how much time you signed up for. I'll be honest with you, while it is not one of my favorite apps, while I feel like it's not even one of the highest paying apps, it might be, for all of that we mentioned, one of the best apps for predictable pay. So I'm driving, again, 3-4 hours, and it's predictable. Hopefully, again, $22 plus an hour. So at least it has that going for it. But comment down below if you're new, if you're a seasoned Flex driver. Is that all worth it? You know, the unknown miles and the routes, all of these stops, more stops, of course. And then the pay, no tips, by the way, on those standard warehouse runs. There's tips on Whole Foods, but not on the standard warehouse runs. Is that all worth it compared to all of the other options that you have? Drop a like in this video if you got a value. You can also click or tap the screen here for my newest video, as well as a video recommended for you. And I'll see you in the next one.